Alright, welcome to the overview video for UFC Fight Night Mexico, Brandon Moreno vs Steve Erceg. In this video, we will go over all 13 fights on this card and find out which fighters are picked the most and by which YouTube prediction channels. We will also take a look at what the Tapology Community predicts and what the average odds are for each fighter. Opening the prelims, we have a fight in the lightweight division between Hubbard and MarQuel Mederos. Mederos is the favorite with -170 and with +140, Austin the underdog. Mederos is the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 85%, and most of them predict he will win via decision. He's also the favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 62 out of 82 pick him to win for 75%. The best predictor channels are highlighted in green. Dark green means that a 9% or higher return on investment over the past 9 months, while light green means their ROI was below 9%. I also track the best predictors for favorites and underdogs separately. Best favorite predictors have the highest ROI based only on their picks for betting favorites, and best underdog predictors had the highest ROI based only on their picks for underdogs. For a full breakdown of the best predictors, check out the 9 months results video. The best predictors overall and the best favorite and underdog predictors all pick Mederos to win. The second fight is in the featherweight division between Jamall Emmers and Gabriel Miranda. Jamall is the big favorite with -345 and Gabriel the underdog with +270. Jamall is also the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 84%, and most of them predict he will win via KO/TKO. And we see the same results with picks by the YouTube prediction channels. Jamall is again the big favorite. 72 channels out of 82 pick him to win for 88%. He's even a bigger favorite in picks by the best predictors with 13 out of 14. The best predictors on favorite fighters only pick Jamall Emmers the favorite 8 out of 10 times. Do any of the best underdog predictors have faith in Gabriel? Well, no. None of the best underdog predictors pick him to win. So most are predicting it will be a rough night for Gabriel Miranda. The next fight is in the lightweight division between Rafa García and Vinc Pichel. With -495 in average odds, Rafa García is the biggest favorite on this card. And Vinc with +370 is the big underdog. In picks by the Tapology Community, Rafa is the big favorite with 92% versus 8% for Vinc. And almost all of them expect this fight to go to a decision. 72 out of 82 channels pick Rafa to win for 88%. He's a bit less of a favorite in picks by the best predictors with 11 out of 14 for 79%. And the pick percentage get even smaller when we look at the best favorite predictors with 7 out of 10. And the best predictors on underdog pick the underdog Vinc Pichel 3 out of 10 times. So some of them see some value in Vinc. Then we have a fight in the women's strawweight division between Julia Polastri and Lupita Godinez. Godinez is the favorite with -245 and with +195 Julia the underdog. Godinez is the big favorite with 84% of the picks from the Tapology Community, and almost all of them predict this fight will go to a decision. She's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels with 74 out of 83 picking her to win for 89%. And the best predictors agree with 12 out of 14. The best favorite predictors have picked Godinez the favorite 7 out of 10 times, so a bit lower. And the best underdog predictors don't see much value in the underdog Julia with 2 out of 10 picking her to win. The next one is in the featherweight division between Melquizael Costa and Christian Rodriguez. And Christian Rodriguez is the favorite with -165 in average odds and Costa the underdog with +135. 65% or almost 2/3 of the Tapology Community pick Rodriguez to win and 35% have picked Costa. Most predict that if Rodriguez wins, he wins via decision, and if Costa wins, that it will be via submission or a decision. In picks by the YouTube prediction channels, it's a bit closer. 49 out of 83 pick Christian Rodriguez to win for 59% and 34 channels have picked Costa. The best predictors over the last 9 months also favor Christian Rodriguez to win with 9 out of 14. 6 out of 10 of the best favorite predictors have picked the favorite Rodriguez to win. And the underdog Costa is picked by the best underdog predictors 4 out of 10. If you enjoy the content and find it helpful or informative, then don't forget to like this video or subscribe. Thank you so much. The next one is in the middleweight division between Ateba Gautier versus José Medina. Ateba is the big favorite with -425 in average odds and with +330 José the underdog. Gautier is the big favorite in picks by the Tapology community with 89%, and most of them predict he will win via KO TKO. And we see the same in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 74 out of 82 pick Ateba to win for 90%. And all of the best predictors and the best favorite predictors pick Ateba to win. And only 1 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors have picked José, the underdog, to win. So overall, not many people have faith in José Medina, and it looks to be a rough night for him. The last fight on the prelims is between Edgar versus CJ Vergara in the flyweight division. Torres is the favorite with minus 275 in average odds, and with plus 220, CJ the underdog. 90% of the Tapology community have predicted that Torres wins this fight, making him a big favorite. And most of them think he will win via decision. Torres is also the big favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 71 out of 82 for 87%. And the same with the best predictors overall over the last 9 months with 12 out of 14 predicting him to win. The best predictors on favorite fighters only pick the favorite fighter, Torres, 9 out of 10 times. The best underdog predictors have picked the underdog CJ Vergara 0 times, so they have no faith in this underdog. Opening up the main card, we have a fight in the flyweight division between Ronaldo Rodriguez and Kevin Borjas. Rodriguez is the slight favorite with minus 155 in average odds, and Borjas with plus 130, the underdog. Although he's not such a big favorite in odds, Rodriguez is a huge favorite in picks by the Tapology community with 92%, and most of them predict he will win via decision. And he's also the big favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 71 out of 82 for 87%. So, are the Tapology community and the YouTube Prediction Channels overestimating his chances of winning, or are the odds makers underestimating it? However, when we look at the best predictors, they are more in line with the odds makers, and Rodriguez is picked 9 out of 13 times for 69%. And the same results with the best favorite predictors, picking Rodriguez 7 out of 10 times. Do the best underdog predictors see some value in the underdog Kevin Borjas? 4 out of 9 have picked him to win. So yeah, almost half of them see value in Kevin. Then we go to the bantamweight division for a fight between David Martinez and Simon Oliveira. With minus 395 in average odds, David Martinez is the big favorite, and Oliveira the underdog with plus 300. Martinez is a huge favorite in picks by the Tapology community with 94%, making him the biggest favorite in picks by the Tapology community on this card. And most of them predict he will win via KO TKO. And he's also a huge favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 82 out of 84 channels pick him to win for almost 98%, making him the biggest favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels for this card. And only 2 channels, MMA Prediction Guru and the Vinc chats, have picked Simon Oliveira to win. And all of the best predictors, the best favorite and underdog predictors have picked David Martinez to win. The next fight is in the bantamweight division between Rosas Jr. and Vince Morales. Rosas Jr. is the big favorite with minus 445 in average odds, and with plus 330 Vince Morales the underdog. 92% of the Tapology community are picking Rosas Jr. to win, making him a huge favorite. And most predict he will win via decision or submission. We also see the same in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 79 out of 84 pick him to win for 94%. Of the best predictors, 12 out of 14 pick Rosas Jr. to win, and 2 of them have picked Morales. The favorite Rosas Jr. is picked by the best favorite predictors 8 out of 10. And the underdog Morales is picked by the best underdog predictors 2 out of 10 times. Want to stay ahead with the latest picks, odds and stats for all fights while supporting the channel? Consider becoming a Buy Me a Coffee member or a Patreon supporter. After this video, every Friday and Saturday I update the latest stats with newly added picks from all UFC prediction channels, the best predictors and the most profitable favorite and underdog predictors. Updated odds, track how the betting lines shift daily. Tapology stats, see if the MMA community's picks are changing. Support the channel and get exclusive daily updates. Links are in the description. I'd really appreciate it. Then we go to the middleweight division for a fight between Kelvin Gastelum and Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer is the big favorite with minus 310, and with plus 240 Gastelum the underdog. Pyfer is the big favorite in picks by the Tapology community, and most of them think he will win via KO TKO. And we see the same results in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 70 out of 81 pick Joe Pyfer to win for 86%. But when we look at the best predictors, he's less of a favorite, and 10 out of 13 pick him to win for 77%. And he's even less of a favorite when we look at the best favorite predictors, and he's only picked 5 out of 9 times by them. What about the best underdog predictors? Well, they have picked the underdog Kelvin Gastelum 3 out of 9 times. And then, for the co-main event of the evening, we go to the lightweight division for a fight between Manuel Torres versus Drew Dober. And this fight is the closest in odds on this card, and it's basically a pick'em. Dober has minus 116 in average odds and Torres minus 105. This is the closest fight in picks by the Tapology Community on this card. Dober is the favorite with 59% and 41% have picked Torres to win. But almost all of them agree this fight will end in a KO/TKO. And this fight is also the closest in picks by the YouTube prediction channels on this card. But here, the YouTube prediction channels disagree with the Tapology Community, and here Torres is the favorite with 51 out of 83 channels picking him to win for 61%. Also the best predictors slightly favor Torres to win with 8 out of 13, also for 61%. And because this fight is so even in odds, we can kind of ignore the best favorite and underdog predictors, but the best favorite and underdog predictors pick Torres 7 out of 10 and 5 out of 9, making him the favorite for both of them. And then, the main event of the evening is in the flyweight division between Brandon Moreno and Steve Erceg. And the favorite is Brandon Moreno with minus 235 in average odds, and with plus 190 Steve Erceg the underdog. In picks by the Tapology Community, Brandon Moreno is the big favorite with 82%, and most of them have predicted that he will win via decision. But he's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 76 out of 84 pick him to win for more than 90%. And we see the same with the best predictors and the best favorite predictors, with 13 out of 14 and 9 out of 10 picking Brandon Moreno to win. And do the best underdog predictors have some faith in Steve Erceg the underdog? Well, only 1 out of 10. So overall, the Tapology Community, the YouTube prediction channels have much more faith than the odds makers in Brandon Moreno to win. What might be some good betting opportunities on this card? The first one is MarQuel Mederos. Although he's not such a big favorite with minus 170 in average odds, he is picked 100% by all of the best predictors and all of the best favorite predictors. The second one that might be a good betting opportunity is Manuel Torres. He's basically break even in odds versus Drew Dober, but he is the favorite by the best predictors and the best favorite and underdog predictors. And the last one is Brandon Moreno. He's the favorite with minus 235 in average odds, but he's a huge favorite in picks by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors with 13 out of 14 and 9 out of 10. So, what are your bets for this card? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this overview of all the fight picks. If you found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support the channel while getting exclusive updates, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much for watching, have an awesome weekend, enjoy the fights, and I will see you in the next video.